Hi, welcome, welcome. I am so glad you're here. I am Kelley Pitts, independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Lubbock, Texas, and I'm thrilled that you are with me today, whether you're watching live on Facebook or live on YouTube, or if you're watching the replay on either one. I'd love for you to share my video and help me build my channels. I really appreciate that. It helps me bring you more fresh content all the time. Try to do it weekly, but sometimes I get a little behind. So I'm glad you're here today. Also, if you would just make a comment when you come on, that would be great. Let me know who you are and where you're from. I would love to know that. Today we are going to do this was a fun, simple card that I just came up with yesterday. I was just playing with my new goodies. Y'all know how that is when you get your Stampin' Up! Goodies and have the first play. So I actually made this card this was the first time I had tried the Drizzling Droplets stamp set, which is this one right here. I'll show you. And that is just a background stamp. It's just one big stamp that we'll be using in a minute. And sorry if this camera is acting up. I think it's just very cloudy outside and we've had a little bit of rain off and on, thank the Lord. But it may do a little interference here. We shall see. It's okay. We'll take the rain and I'll do it tomorrow if it messes up today. Okay, I'm also using the Friends for Life bundle. I'm just using the thank you from this set and then also using a die from in here. We're going to be using this heart die right here. And I'm also going to use the new in color. We're going to make this card in Petunia Pop. It makes great, it works, you can see in any of the in colors. It would work in tons of different colors. So let me get this where I can see comments here. And this is the new in color Petunia Pop. And then we have Summer Splash. We have Pretty in Pink and Shy Shamrock and then Peach Pie. Aren't they fun? Who says hearts just have to be for Valentine's Day? They don't, or anniversary, although this would be a cute card for those. The anniversary card or baby card, baby shower, congratulations, any of that kind of thing would work. But I didn't have the heart in mind at all. I just knew that I wanted to do the in colors and I wanted to try the Drizzling Droplets for a background. So I started there. And then I just thought, I want to use something from a new set that I just got yesterday. So that was the Friends for Life. And I originally tried this little thing. I was going to stamp thank you on this die. Let's see if you can see that. Like that. Seems like I'm freezing up a little bit. So I may just have too much going on, or it may be hard with this stream. So anyway, I ended up with the heart. And I'm going to show you how we did that. I'll get going on this. We're just going to kind of simplify it a little bit since we've got the weather going on. And let's see. The fun thing I think about this card, the most fun, is see, woohoo, it moves. Hopefully you can see that on the camera. There we go. Can you see how it dangles from the ribbon? And that just makes it fun for the user. Even though this is a simple monochromatic theme, I think it's fun for whoever the recipient is to get this card. So we're going to start with a piece of Petunia Pop. And this is 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. And we've got two pieces of basic white that are 4 by 5 1/4. One for the outside, one for the inside. And then we've got a 3.5 inch square of Petunia Pop also. Whoops, let me make this camera bigger here. Switcheroo. There we go. So we've got your standard card base, 3.5 by 3.5. And I have already cut this out. I'm going to show you the heart die and how that works on the 3.5 inch square. You just place the heart on here. I decided to make this. This could have been a little bit smaller, but I thought maybe this would be great to be able to use the negative piece like this, this is what it's going to come out to be like. And I can use that as a focal point on a card with a different background showing through. So I'm saving all these. I did all the different colors. I did several of each color, each of the new in colors. And then you're also going to have this strip that cuts out. You can see where that came out right here. Sorry, that screen is fuzzy. I guess it's just the weather. I don't know. But we will try to get through this because it's a pretty simple card. So once you've die cut that, then you just snip this out. You could use it on the card whole if you wanted and just have that frame showing through like that is right there. But we're just going to snip this and we're going to use that on a different card too. I'm going to get my, let's see, my little stamp pad. Here we go. Yeah, that is just very blurry. Sorry. Don't know what to do about that. I don't know if that's internet connection or, you know, does weather interfere? Do clouds interfere with, I don't know, somehow the streaming business? I don't know. Okay, I'm just going to ink up about, let's say about 1.5 inches or so on the top with a petunia pop. And we're going to do this at the bottom of the cardstock. This is the one that's going to go on the inside. And just kind of look on either side and make sure you've kind of got that straight across. And that you've got it going all the way down. That's about 1 inch on here. So you want a little bit extra here. Now we're going to ink up the whole stamp. Easy peasy. And of course, whenever you have a large stamp like this, a large background stamp, you want to flip it over and take the ink pad to the stamp rather than trying to do it the other way like you do on smaller stamps. Okay, now we're going to line that up on here. And I'm going to make sure that, see, I've got a little bit of room from the top of the stamp to where that actually starts. So you've got to take that into account when you're going to the top here. You want to overlap the top just a bit and overlap a little left and right. So that ought to be good because it's not really critical on this stamp. There we go. Isn't that pretty? Love that petunia pop. And my friend Eileen, who's one of my team members, said it's her favorite color because she loves the color and it's fun to say. Petunia pop, petunia pop. So I think that's fun too. I will get that cleaned off a little bit because boy, any of those with red ink in there, a lot of red like that wants to stain your stamp. Not so much on the cling. I mean the rubber as the cling, but still might as well get that off of there. Okay, now we've got our little glue mat. I'm going to go ahead and glue this in. And I decided not to write a sentiment. I was actually doing this card for the people who did a paper share with me this time. And if y'all ever, whenever we have a new catalog out, I do a paper share, usually limited to 8 people. I usually divide things up by 8 so that everybody gets at like a 6x6 of each design, whether it's a 6x6 sheet or originally a 12x12 that I cut down. So these are my thank you cards for those. And for anybody who orders this month, you'll get one of these. And if I have enough left, you can choose your favorite color of what I have left. At the time you order, you can let me know which one you want. Okay, now we always talk about layering when we're in my classes, and I do hold classes in Lubbock at my home. I have a great little craft room set up like a classroom, so it makes a lot of fun. So if you're going to have, see how this ribbon, you don't want the ends of that showing on the inside, obviously, and you want it to be able to freely move around the little heart. So we're going to take a little bit of this ribbon, and this is the iridescent striped ribbon. Let's see what it says. striped trim, iridescent striped trim. And we're just going to take about that much, probably, I would say that's about 5 inches or so, but we can certainly measure it. So you know for sure, if you're going to make a jillion of them like I did, about 5.5 inches. You could probably do with less if you need to. Okay, and I have already heat embossed the thank you from the Best Wishes, the Friends for Life stamp set. And you could use any kind of little hole punch that you have, a standard hole punch. I'm going to use a crocodile that Stampin' Up! Used to sell a long time ago. But like I said, this seems to have moved here. Whoop. I forgot how this works. It's been so long. There we go. And I'm just punching a hole probably about 1/2 inch down, kind of in the center there of that heart so it can dangle. And then I'll just run this ribbon through. And it doesn't really matter if you do it from the front or the back. You can kind of flip it over. And you can use your take a pick tool to stick one end in there. And if y'all have any questions, be sure and ask them. I'll try to watch the comments. Of course, I can't do it while I'm doing ribbon, or I'll drop it just like I just did. See if we got that through that time. There we go. And both sides of this ribbon are pretty. I don't know that there is a right or wrong side, really. It just depends kind of on the lighting at that moment. Because I've been by the window in my classroom kind of area, and it looked like, oh, this is the right side. But then a couple to tell. All right, we're going to use our seal for the ribbon. Just run a couple of little streaks of that, strips. All right, and we're just going to do that, make sure it hangs properly about where we want it. I probably would have it hang higher, but it pulls up. So, I mean, I would probably make the ribbon a little shorter if it didn't just automatically pull up like that. But that works great right there. And I'm just using liquid glue. I usually use liquid glue on the back of most cardstock if it's not foil. I try to use that. And then I go over the ribbon also, make sure I've got some of the liquid glue in each point. This is one that I got because it really helps with I have some kind of arthritis there in that knuckle, and I like that little glue holder. So you can use whatever your favorite liquid glue is. And then we're just going to pull that down, mount that, make sure that's in there securely. How easy is that? And that's just our little heart from here. And then we'll have these two that we can use on another card. And we have this one, little kinetic card. How cute is that? And how easy. I think I did 6 of each color. So I've done 30. I did about, 30 cards yesterday and then this morning. And you can trim this up. This came from that one little part there, but that is easy to just trim off if you want to. What if I can find the scissors that I had moments ago before, who knows where they went. Here they are, covered up by my big old ribbon scissors. But see, you can just trim that like that if you want. You could make it, I think that's kind of cute how it has that. But if you wanted to even that up, you could certainly do that too for whatever card you wanted. But there we go. That's all I have for today. How fun is that? I thought with this weather, I'm not going to plan something elaborate. And then I also just realized as I hit the go live button that StreamYard said it's not recording because my storage is full. Goodness gracious. Everything I have, I just can't seem to get what I need done. The days aren't long enough, I guess, or I don't know what. But there we go. You can see how pretty that is with all the end colors. And today we did the petunia pop. But of course that could be happy birthday, happy anniversary, congratulations, whatever you want it to be. And you could use any color you want. But that's all I have for you today. I'm glad you tuned in. Thanks so much for sharing, and I appreciate you, and I appreciate your support. If you need any of the supplies to make this card or your version of this card, I have the supplies listed right below the video. If you click more on YouTube or Facebook, they should show up. So if you have any questions even later on and make a comment, I'll try to go back and answer that, or you can just email me at Kelley@createwithkelley.com. Thank y'all so much again for tuning in. Have a great week. Fun times ahead. Bye-bye.